Здравейте и добре дошли на втори ден на Aniventure Comic Con. Как е настроението? Сутрешно. Сега първата ни лекция за деня е нещо изключително интересно. Знаете ли, че в Япония и като цяло в други азиатски страни поправят счупени неща с злато? Сега, Хикари Танака ще представи точно такава презентация. Презентацията ще е изцяло на английски. So, welcome to the stage, Хикари Танака.
Okay, so hello everyone. Thank you for coming today. My name is Hikari, and I'm originally from Japan, but currently I'm based in Estonia. So today I will introduce about this Japanese wabi-sabi art of Japanese ceramic repair called Kintsugi. So please enjoy it. So first I will introduce about what is Kintsugi. So actually this kin means gold in Japanese, and also the tsugi meaning joining in Japanese. So this technique is a traditional repairing technique with using natural lacquer called urushi. And this urushi is a tree sap which is grown in Japan and can take from tree. And finally, we'll decorate with this gold or some other metal material and make it more beautiful. But this Kintsugi is not only about repairing technique, and there is a more deep philosophy behind this technique. For example, wabi-sabi is like embrace and highlight the beauty in imperfection. It's also included. And also mottainai spirit. This mottainai means the word don't want to waste, don't waste in Japanese. And also mushin spirit. It's like a more no mind and no attachment, acceptance spirit. And today I will share one short movie which is made by BBC in 2020. Then it will give more understanding with short movies. So let's watch.
物というものは形になった時点で壊れることは宿命として生まれてきます。壊れること、割れること、それは決して悪いことではないと思っています。私たち自身も壊れたり欠けたり、それは日常のようにやってくることなので、それを決して隠さない、不完全であるからこそ新しいものが生まれると思います。私は京都で修復師をしております清川博樹と申します。この世界に入って45年目を迎えます。金継ぎというのは漆を使って壊れたものを修理してそこに金で装飾をする、そういう技法のことを言います。漆で修復をしたものを金であしらうようになったのは、特別感を持たせる、より長く使い続けること、より長く残そうとしたのが一番大きな原因だと思います。金継ぎの技法を使うのはやはり器が 中心ですね。ご先祖さんが使ってた器であったり、お気に入りの器であったり、やはり何かの思いが入ってる器の修理に使われてきましたね。金継ぎをした箇所っていうのはいわば一つの新しい景色になります。日本人と漆っていうのは切っても切れない関係にあります。漆の樹液自体は非常に貴重なもの。日本の漆っていうのは一本の木からそのコップ一杯をいただいた時点で伐採になります。その樹液自体が血液なんですよね。それをいただいてしまうことによって漆の木の寿命を終わらせてしまう。そして自然に対する感謝の思いをそこへ持ってきましたね。その自然素材を人の手で時間をかけて手間暇をかけて加工する、それこそが自然との共存持続可能な方法だと思ってます。
金継ぎを始めたのは2年ぐらい前です。金継ぎを実際やってみて本当にやっぱり時間がかかるものだということと、本当にものを大切にするという気持ちが分かりました。だいたい修復してきたものは自分が使っていたものが多いんですけれども、地震で割れてしまったお皿であるとか、自分が幼い頃から使っていた食器だとか、どうしても捨てられるものではなくて、それは壊れてても捨てられないものだったんです。でも多分それが今あまりだんだん薄れていっているという気がします。だから使い捨ての時代だと思うんですけれども、そういうものからもう少し自分で直しながら何かをしながら長くいいものを使うという、そういう生活を取り戻していけたらいいなと思います。
人の壊れた部分、精神性も含めてですね、その修復に一緒に関われたということ、それをすることで自分自身の壊れた部分も一緒に修復ができているような気持ちになります。自分自身ももう一度修復ができるんだと、それはいつまでも諦めちゃダメだと思います。自分のキャリア、自分の歴史を隠さない、たとえそれが大きなアクシデントであってもそれは受け止めなければならない。そしてそのアクシデントがあったから新しい自分が生まれるんだと、それは大きい思いですね。
Yes. Thank you for watching. And yes, you can see this short movie again if you want to see the more detail on YouTube. So yes, please. But I will keep continuing about what is urushi. So for this kintsugi work, one of the most important point is understanding about this urushi lacquer. So this urushi lacquer has a very unique character, like so it's basically oxidizing very slowly under a bit humid and warm environment. So using this character of urushi lacquer, this kintsugi work is going. And also, as that short movie mentioned about it, this urushi tree is grown in 10 to 15 years. But only just 200 milliliters of urushi can be taken by one tree. So it's like a very precious material. And sometimes that's why we called urushi as like urushi tears, urushi blood. And also this urushi has may give some allergic reaction on your skin. So, but it's very depend on the people. So for me, I don't have any allergic, but for somebody, it may happen. So I recommend you to just start from wearing glove and try to don't touch this urushi lacquer directly for the beginners. And but after this urushi lacquer has been dried and oxidized, and this urushi is getting more harder and harder and making a very strong film. And also it will bring many value to the lacquerware. For example, like, it will be strong for water and also antibacterial, deodorizing, and so on. So mainly that urushi lacquer is also used not only for the repairing, but in Japanese traditional craft, we are using this lacquerware for painting and make it more durable. But also have some weakness, like it's not good for UV lace and extremely dry conditions. And also, of course, that the microwave and dishwashing machine is not so good for this lacquerware and the kintsugi material. So next, a little bit about the history of urushi. So this urushi has been used from a very ancient time in Japan. It's already used from before century in Japan. And for example, yes, this comb and cup is painted by red urushi lacquer and found from shell mold, but it still have keeping beautiful shape and color. So it means like this urushi lacquer is just staying very, very long time after it's dried. And also we sometimes using this urushi lacquer as like a painting and coating this shrine and temples in Japan. And I also surprised about it, but this Shizuoka Sengen shrine is repainted with 5 tons of urushi. And it took 5 billion yen for 20 years. So it's like a very big and super expensive work, but we still keep traditional technique and material with it. And also, this is a bit history about the kintsugi. So this repairing technique, kintsugi, is mainly developed in Muromachi period in Japan with the tea ceremony culture. And there is a story about this kintsugi that this Shogun Ashikaga, he is set as like a legend people of this kintsugi. And he put a very big value on tea bowl. But one time he broke one very precious tea bowl, and he sent those broken tea bowl to China to repair it. And after he saw that it's repaired with something like stapler, like this bluish tea bowl. But for him, this is like very ugly, and it wasn't very beautiful for him. So he got angry, and he said the Japanese craftsman to please find out a more beautiful way to repair. And those craftsmen tried to figure out some new way to make it more beautiful. And then that kintsugi is a start to develop, it said. And also this kintsugi is currently getting more worldwide popular, I think. And in 2020, this kintsugi philosophy, mainly that the philosophy behind this kintsugi is mentioned in the speech of International Day of Peace by United Nations. As like, even though we have some problem in this society, in this world, like we're still fighting and so on. And it looks like broken. But as this Kintsugi spirituality, we can make it more beautiful again together. So I think this is a very precious as a Japanese that he took some story from Kintsugi. Okay, so next I will introduce a little bit about the main tools and materials of Kintsugi. So those tools and materials are quite not so special. Like I'm using some different spatula, brush, and plate, and some sanding materials, papers, stones, and so on. But the main material is, as I already mentioned, that urushi lacquer. So we use that urushi lacquer and also mix together with some different powders, like wheat flour, wood powder, stone powder. So I will doing some demonstration on that Japan areas. So later, if you have interest about how I am using these material tools, you can see directly and ask any questions as well. And also in Kintsugi, we use this kind of wooden or some box. It's called urushiburo or urushimuro, and make this box a bit humid and warm temperature. As that urushi lacquer is getting harder in the bit warm and humid environment. So make this box is good for urushi drying. And also for cleaning, we use some oils, vegetable oil, turpentine oil, and alcohol. Cleaning is also one of the important part of this Kintsugi work. And this is a basic process of Kintsugi, but this repairing process can be changed by how this breakage is happening. Like it's have fragments, or it's chips, or it's cracked, then we can change some steps from how to breaking. But basically, we can start from cleaning those broken material, and first make urushi glue with wheat flour, and put all those urushi glue together and attach. And next step will be filling step. So in this step, I'm going to use the same urushi lacquer, but mixed together with stone or wood powder, and make something natural putty or paste for filling up. And next, we can go into sanding process and make that surface more smooth and nicely. And then going to this painting process. So this painting process is have some couple of minutes, like coating those broken parts and making a very thin layer. And this painting process can be repeated a couple of times, like maybe 3-4 times it will be good. And make those layers more thick, and try to make this shape more nicely as well. And finally, paint with some red urushi and apply metal powder and polish and finish. So approximately, at least it takes 2 or 3 months to complete all the process. So I think this is like very, very slow, patient work. But if you start once, it's going to be more interesting. Yes, these are different objects I repaired. Yes, these are some main materials which is made with urushi lacquer. So urushi glue with wheat flour, urushi rough putty with wood powder, and urushi more fine powder with stone powder. So it also have some need experience to how thickness or stickiness that paste or glue can be. But you can also see those some different steps in my booth if you visit later. But currently, I think some alternative kintsugi is also getting popular, like using epoxy resin instead of urushi lacquer. So it works more quickly, like you can finish in 1 or 2 days. But I think this is kind of good to having some choice to repairing. But this some total experience, total steps, and some philosophical perspective is very different from Japanese kintsugi. But anyway, this is more cheap and quick ones. Can say like imitate kintsugi. So in the end, I will introduce about many different beautiful techniques of, and ideas of kintsugi. For example, this left one is called makie technique. So from this distance, a bit hard to see, but you will paint some patterns on the briquage, then add some more new character. And next one is yobitsugi. It's like you put some other part from to the missing part and make it more unique. And also, I also got many questions about can I repair glass with the Kintsugi technique as well? Then the answer is yes, but this glass is much more harder than ceramic repairing. But it's also possible, and it will be also beautiful. And then these are some reinforcement technique. Like if you have a bit longer and some thin plate, you can also repair with only Kintsugi technique, but if you wrap up with some thin paper or thin textile, it's going to be much more stronger. And this is like a very original technique for repairing to using that stapler. It's called kasugaitsugi. It's also one of the Kintsugi technique. And this is like a yakitsugi technique. I never tried this one, but this yakitsugi technique is like putting very fine glass powder between those briquettes and burn it and put together. So this kintsugi is kind of first time you feel like oh, it's super long and a bit difficult work. But as you can see, there is like many different ways which you can make it more beautiful, some unique new life on this broken stuff. Okay, so that's all for today. But if you have any questions or some interest about Kintsugi, please visit my place. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。